YouTube, what the crap's going on? HeirofCarthage here, back in Total War Rome 2, and this is the Athens campaign. I feel a little bit of deja vu here because I had actually started to record this like almost a week ago, this episode, and it crashed during this battle with Sparta. I don't know what it is with these crashes lately, it's been driving me crazy, but I don't have time to really look into it a whole lot, and I've still been able to get things done for the most part. Fortunately, I was only like 5 or 6 minutes into the episode, so it wasn't a lot of wasted time. So hopefully we can have a little success here and not have any crashes. Looks like the Spartans choose poor weather to attack me in, which don't know that that's going to help them a whole lot. I guess it's not bad because I have so many skirmishers. I'm still kind of laughing in my head. So you all know what kind of a goon I am, I think, from watching my videos, and of course my wife was just sitting here giving me kind of a funny eye and laughing because I guess she had been playing Mario Kart, and she was telling me that she was upset because on one of the tracks that Toad had kind of like screwed her over, like made her lose first place right at the last second. And I make up a lot of stupid names and stuff for things, a lot of stupid words, and I mean, you all watch my videos, again, you know where I'm coming from here, and so she found it entertaining because after having told me the story, I reminded her that her name isn't Toad, or him, her, I don't know what Toad is, to be honest. I said that she can be referred to, and I call her she, I guess. She can be referred to as Toad the Load or Toad the Steaming Load. Either one is acceptable. I think my nephews and I made that up a number of years ago, so it was Toad the Load. And yeah, anyway, fun stuff. And Bowser, I always just call him Snouser. Again, just, I have no idea. Just stupid names are fun for me. Like little, like, I probably shouldn't get into it. It just turned me into even more of a nerd than I already am. So let's keep going. So maybe it's funny to me. Maybe the rest of you are all like sitting over there, crickets chirping, like, Air, you're really so stupid. I don't even know why I watch your videos. And that's okay if that's the way you're feeling right now. I understand. Let's keep going, marching up on the Spartans. Need to give these guys a savage butt kicking for their betrayal. I mean, instead of killing them, I give them the opportunity to be subjects of my new and great empire, and they betray me. I mean, that's really pretty irritating. Isn't Air such a merciful dictator? In any case, for someone who hates anything besides freedom as much as I do, it's pretty funny that I'll be on the game and just like act completely dictatorial. I guess just because it's the game and it's kind of funny to act like overly aristocratic, I guess. Although in real life I thoroughly despise the idea and practice of that type of thing. But again, I guess that's why it's a game, right? Let you live out something that never was. Alright, here we go. Engaging the Spartans up the front. Their Spartan youths are going to get destroyed by my picked hoplites. And I've got more units coming into support. My Hippeus just cleaned up the flanks. Getting like little weird frame stutters here. Hope it's not about to crash. Okay. Let's move up these hoplites to thwart the incoming reinforcements, and then don't want my cavalry to be there. Let's get into the flank fight here. And there's still like some kind of weird like little frame skip lag that's going on here that I have no idea why that's happening. Something weird going on, that's annoying. I apologize. I'm gonna quit talking about it though and just keep trying to keep recording. Let's intercept that Spartan youth, get our cavalry back here to safety. Let's engage the Royal Spartan. The enemy spears a lot of times will just avoid an actual melee engagement and try and go for your cavalry. Probably ought to be using my archers. There's no... Yeah, we could fire... Let's move over here real quick. So yeah, my Hippeus getting into these units. I'm gonna need to bring these Hippeus over for support. Got these guys all pinned down. Those Spartan hoplites are gonna have me outmatched, so let's start bringing reinforcements out there. And let's take these archers and start firing into the back of some of these Spartan units here. Just get rid of them. Keep my Hippeus moving. And let's get ready to line up a rear charge on these Spartan youths with my Hippeus. The Hippeis actually have javelins, which makes them pretty handy. My Spartans over here getting annihilated by the Royal Spartans. That's to be expected. Okay, my archers are doing some nice work. Let's get down in on the action here with my Hippeis. Oh yeah, that was a clobbering of a rear charge there. I'm going to try and get out here and support this fight as quick as I can. And my archer fire over here has got the Spartans on the run. Their javelin men held up for, oh, those are mercenary Thracian peltasts. I say they held up for a long time in combat, and that makes sense. Mercenary Thracian peltasts are pretty powerful.
Yes, Commander. Your order. Yes, Commander.
Okay, my Hippeis routed one of those Spartan youths. I've got 2 Hippeis lined up here. And let's get these archers out here to support. This fight's gonna roll up in my favor very easily at this point. Let's rear charge these Spartans. Let's go out of hoplite wall here and retreat. Okay, all those Spartans are gone. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna engage the Spartans from the rear with these hoplites who are now fresh. I'm gonna send them into wall and then prepare a devastating rear charge. Let's destroy those helot javelin men real quick. And get ready for a nice rear charge here. It's going to take several charges to kill the Spartan hoplites, and really the javelins of my Hippeis are going to be what does the best part of the killing here, but I am now out of javelins. Let's just cycle out and come right back in. It is definitely hurting the morale of the Royal Spartans. And now that those guys are down, let's bring our archers around to hit these Spartan hoplites in the flank. Okay, all 3 Hippeis. And let's see if this breaks the Royal Spartans. This should break their will. I mean, another punishing rear charge. And my archers almost in position to fire into this flank. We could also roll my Hippeis around. Is this the shielded or unshielded flank? It's their shielded flank, so the archers probably won't be the best from that angle. Let's just go ahead and line up this charge, and we'll let the archers forget about it. Alright, so I'm going to go in on another Hippeis charge here. I'm going to devastate these Spartan hoplites, knocking them down pretty badly. And that ought to break their morale, as pretty much every other Spartan unit on the field is now gone. Actually, these archers could devastate that Spartan youth real quick because it's got its rear exposed. My archers, watch this devastation. This is going to be ugly. Oh, yeah. That's an archer volley right there. Alright, so we annihilated the Spartan forces. They were very ill-equipped to take down my army here. Now, if there was a lot of Spartan hoplites or Royal Spartans, very possible that they could have done quite well in that fight. Assuming that they took the right fight. Now look at this. The Spartan general escapes with 2 men left. Would that not be considered cowardism there? Like his whole army dies and then 2 Royal Spartans get away? I thought it was come home with the shield or upon it. Stinking cowardly Spartans. Backstabbers. So Spartan fanboys right now are probably cursing the name of air. That's okay. I will allow such things. Let's see. My army is ready to take Sparta, and this is going to make even more of a diplomatic penalty, but it doesn't matter. I'm not going to subjugate these guys again just to have them turn on me another few turns later. No more of this business. Poison their wells just to make sure that these guys are utterly defenseless, and they are. So Sparta is now mine, and Messenia will fall shortly thereafterwards. Everybody's going to hate me even more because I have captured Sparta. It's like a huge negative penalty. But no one's broken their agreements yet, and if they do, whatever, I will just beat them down at this point. And the nice thing is that my relationship with Macedon and Epirus is unaffected, and they are the 2 more powerful factions that I am allied with. Though the rest of the people that I'm allied with are feeling fairly disgruntled towards me for obvious reasons. So, yeah, but whatever. I mean, that's the way it's going to have to roll at this point. So, Sparta back under my control. I think I was going to build this amphitheatron there, just to make sure we shore up public order here. Yeah, and these Spartans are about to get raffle stomped by a very powerful hoplite army that I have here. I don't have Hippeus in that army though, and I probably should. The Hippeus were quite handy in that battle. And here I've just got these guys blocking off Argos from the Spartan fleet that was trying to get at me, I think. And where's my fleet? I had a fleet on the way to Melos. Yep, and it is almost there.
It is an honor to serve.
Melos does not have an actual fleet here. I don't think I can quite attack them yet, though, because I broke the treaty with them not all that long ago. So let's see. I have 24 food. That doesn't take any food. That takes a few. Let's see what I'm building. I remember upgrading a lot of farms. Yeah, so I have a lot of farms that are probably nearly complete, but not quite complete. Actually, most of them are complete. Got one more on the way there. Another one on the way there. Caploid. And I have some docks that are being finished that'll give me a little food too. So I mean, it's not like I'm low on food, but I want to keep an eye on that. When I take back Messenia, there was probably some farms there as well, which will boost that back up just a little bit. I think I'm fine, though, and especially buildings like this, where I'm just going to be adding a little more food anyway if I upgrade it, at the cost of a little public order penalty, which is fine. I can handle the public order penalty at this point. Just trying to drive my economy through the roof at the moment. That's my main objective. See if there's any just like definite go for it kind of buildings here. There's no reason not to build this. My public order in this province is quite stable, so let's build it. These buildings would require food, which I'm gonna wait just a bit and just kind of see how I balance out. Here, public order is quite good. Let's build this Kaploi. This would probably be worth spending a little food on, because the glass is a nice trade item, so I'm going to do that. And that's going to be all my money for this turn. Got some upgrades here on the Bite of the Basilisk. Oh, what do we want to do? Melee defense and gravitas. What do we get? This one gives me melee attack. What else can we get here? Charge bonuses, ramming bonus. I don't think that's going to help me a whole lot. Charge bonus on hoplites doesn't really matter. Weapon damage, -5 morale for all enemy units. +5 missile weapon damage. Like, that's not a bad one. Let's try that. Okay. I had other armies that were on the move. This is one of them, and it looks like it's still on the move. I'm going to move these guys up, and I'm getting ready to go maybe put some pressure on Persia. It looks like I've got agents heading that way as well. So let's just keep them moving. Spy, same thing. Keep my spy moving in that direction. Yep. And this fleet, again, so we were looking at Melos. I can't attack them yet, but they've only got 4 vessels, like actual naval vessels, and I've got a full-on fleet here, or nearly full-on fleet. Probably should have a full-on fleet. Let's just grab another ship full of Marines. And if these guys try and come out and attack me in their transport ships, I can most likely slay them. They would be reinforced, though, by 4 more ships as well. So, I mean, they would have quite a few transport ships. I may need an army, I may not. I'm going to give it a try, is all I'm saying there. So we'll just figure it out. I'm not sure how many turns I have left. I need to look at my diplomacy. Of course, I don't even know why I'm worried about ticking people off like that. Probably because I don't want to tick off Macedon and Epirus. They are actually decent allies right now, and I'd really rather them not turn against me, because they're fairly powerful, and that would be a pretty tough fight, actually. Let's fight the Spartans here again. We don't get a lot of battles. This ought to be a pretty easy one. And the Spartans always sally out. These guys are nuts. They are going to get absolutely hammered on the open battlefield. just wrapped up and destroyed by my armies. Though they are going to get a very nice hill position to deploy on, but I can negate that somewhat by deploying over here. I'm going to keep my general in reserve this time, actually.
General! As you command.
Just get my archers. I'm just going to get in kind of a nice compact formation to run in. And let's take all my infantry
General!
and go out of formation
As you
attack.
command.
I don't see any reason to be using it here. A spear on spear fight's going to last quite long enough as it is. I don't need to make it last any longer. I am going to be running my men, so I'll have to let them rest some. Are the Spartans actually moving to attack me? No, it looks like they're just repositioning. I was going to say, stupidity really runs thick in Spartan blood if that was them actually moving to attack me. Their stupidity already runs thick, just for being controlled by the AI. Okay. I'm pretty certain. I'm just gonna move up here. Helot Javelin. I have the Spartans hopelessly outranged because they only have one archer unit. So what I'm gonna do is spread out my hoplite line. Get my archers here. And let's hit play just in case the Spartans start trying something funny.
Yes, commander. Hoplites!
And some of my guys may need to rest just a little. No, they're actually not bad. I guess my hoplites enjoy running.
Quickly now.
Let's bring my light cav up close behind my own lines, and let's see if we can bait the Spartan skirmishers into coming forward and getting charged by my cavalry. The Cretan archers will outrange me,
Swift riders at your command.
so let's bring up my scout riders. Scout riders, I'm not the Swaby. Okay, the Cretans are going to open fire on me from the top of the hill. That is going to be brutal. So I'm going to focus fire on the Cretans. And if the enemy javelins attempt to push forward and engage my archers, I will charge them with my cav. So what I'll attempt to do here is murder the Cretans, and the AI is making the mistake that I wanted them to here. So I'm going to try and get some quick charges off with my light cav. The Spartans don't want any of that, so that's fine with me. Just pull back and continue to kill the Cretans. And the Cretans are going to die. They are dead. So I'm going to charge the javelin men again, just to force them to turn around and eat arrows in the back. But it's all just a feint, and I'm going to pull back. So my archers will just continue to get basically unopposed shots, other than the fact that my own cavalry keeps running them over. Those Cretans are still alive, surprisingly. Let's pick the next unit of... I'm going to have to pull back because there's a light hoplite coming after me here. Or Spartan youth, whatever it is. Let's see if we can kind of kite the enemy back up this hill a little bit. Those Cretan archers, I can't believe they survived, and they actually have 32 kills as well. That's pretty irritating. I don't know how you don't rout whenever you get beaten down that badly, that quickly. Hopefully all my archers will get one more shot here. I actually just took some... Those javelin men are firing from a nice range there. Okay, so my hoplites can now move forward. Let's get them moving forward and charge here. Charge here. Charge there, charge there. AI is going to try and get around me and just pull through to my skirmishers. That's usually what they do. So now I can destroy their Helot javelin men here with my archers quite easily. And let's pull up my Spartan stout flank.
The battle is turning in our favor.
Okay, the Helot javelin men are being easily dealt with by my archers. Is that a Royal Spartan? It is. I'm going to need to save some archer ammo for them. So let's quit playing around here.
Our general is under attack.
Save my archer ammo. So I'm going to basically trap the Spartans in here, and then hopefully use my archers to destroy the Royal Spartan General. Yeah, if I can get these Spartan hoplites engaged this direction, my archers can fire straight into their back. So this will actually work out for me. I'm going to flank charge them here, flank charge here. We can just go ahead and bunch into that fight, fire into the back of the Royal Spartans. Okay, so yeah, oh, my archers just peppered the crud out of these Royal Spartans, so yeah, this is going to be brutal. I'm firing from up on the hill into the backs of the Royal Spartans. That's going to absolutely annihilate these guys. Yeah, they're already down about 30 men, and we can rear charge these Spartan youths right here. Let's go watch that. My light cavalry. Let's hit the pig up button here a couple of times. Try and get to the front of the unit. Didn't quite succeed, but yeah, those Spartan youths are going to break. See the Royal Spartans getting shot in the back, and they're surrounded, so Spartan army here is definitely going to collapse. Okay, so another pretty huge destruction of the Spartans, so they get beat down in a hail of missiles and being outnumbered and all that kind of stuff. I guess the way Spartans like to go. The only thing is that since Heir's probably not a big historian, they may not be remembered in my version of history because I'd be too lazy to write about it. So there we go. We've annihilated the Spartan forces. All they have left is some little fleets here. Nothing to be concerned about. I need to start training fleets, to be honest, because I'm going to have it for the victory conditions. The only thing keeping me from victory at the moment is Melos, and I need like 5 more army units and about 37 more naval units. So I need 2 more navies, considerable navies actually. So that's going to be where my focus goes to now. But yeah, we have recaptured what the Spartans had momentarily taken away, which is honestly not that big of a deal. So we're back in control, and this province ought to quite simply stabilize here. Let's go ahead and start training a fleet. I have all these little fleets sitting out here. It might be best to just use them rather than getting new generals or admirals that I just don't need. Or, whoops, that's an army, not a fleet. That's also an army, not a fleet. Got a little fleet here. Let's go ahead and do some training here. And every couple of turns, if we can add some men to these fleets, that ought to be perfect. So I've only got 2 fleets actually right now. But we'll worry about tanking them up a little bit, and then we'll start another one later. So, see if there's any upgrades that I need to run. Looks like there is. Children of Tyche. I think I've been liking this one, melee attack for hoplite units. So these guys are going to have some serious melee attack. Yeah, 55 melee attack and 76 morale for these hoplites, 74 defense. That's pretty impressive. Definitely going to be working just fine for me. My army up here continues to get ever closer to the Bosphorus. It is still a long march. Maybe I should train a fleet up here and then stick that army on it, and I can cross over by sea into Persian territory. We could hit them in the north there, take out their outpost there, and then make our way south to Pergamon, Sardes, Ephesus, Miletus. It looks like the Ionian League has regained a little ground versus the Persians. So I don't know. Let's just go ahead and end this turn. See what, if anything, happens here. All right. Freaking blackmail. Bunch of crap. I should have looked to see whether or not I should have let him get blackmailed. Nah, it looks like he's okay. Yeah, sometimes it's good to let him get blackmailed, so if it keeps the balance of power right. Let's see, we got an amphitheatron. Let's go with the Capitoi there. I could completely mispronouncing that too, which is fine. The Thessalian League acted like they were going to attack me because they were going after me with their agents, but they've apparently maybe thought twice about that, and they should. I will absolutely flatten them if they make any attempts on me. I have an army here, and I'm not guessing that Macedon would join them against me. That doesn't seem like it would jive here. Since I am going to need another fleet, I might as well just go ahead and let's pick someone from a different faction. Which one am I in? Man, I can't remember. Okay, so aristocratic party. Let's pick one from the populist party. Or the aristocratic party, because those are both pretty weak, and that ought to help keep things balanced. So let's go to Athens. We're going to raise forces. It's going to be a fleet. Populist party. Looks like most of these are actually from my family. But yeah, let's take this populist guy, raise a fleet.
Ready for orders.
Put him in. I love how they made like the long walls down to the docks there in Athens. That's pretty cool. I don't know if it shows up when you actually fight on the battle map though, because that would be cool too. Not sure how they would account for that though.
Recruiting more ships.
Yeah, just gonna get a bunch of ships trained in here so that we can start stacking up naval units. And Melos is gonna be in some serious dog poo soon.
Welcome. The day is already old.
I think I could go
there
ahead
is
and declare
much
war
to
on
do.
them.
So if you have work.
Yeah, I probably can go ahead and declare war on Melos.
Your orders.
I'm one ship short of a full stack here, so we might as well... Oh, well, they're going to be recruited from Athens, though, where it's going to
Ready
take
for
forever.
orders.
And there's never any mercenary ships. That's annoying. I could use, like, a mercenary Thracian pelt this ship. That'd be great. I'm going to go ahead and declare war on Melos. I'm not going to call my allies to help. And I'm going to maintain a blockade and see if I can lure their transports out. And that will probably be the next episode. Anyway, hope you all enjoyed this. Heir of Carthage, signing off for now.